If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. I'm Quindell Evans, and this is the BluePoetTree podcast. Blue is the color of dream, imagination, and everything in between. Poet is the aura that inscribed with the power to open the eye. Tree is the seed that branches off and leaves and grows wherever it goes. That's BluePoetTree. You feel me? Them 3 words. BluePoetTree podcast. My website is BluePoetTree.com. BluePoetTree on Instagram. And the Blue Poetry Podcast is where we speak about the habits that it takes to create a successful life and the habits that it takes to overcome and break through a stressful life. One more time. The Blue Poetry Podcast is where we speak about the habits that it takes to create a successful life and the habits that it takes to overcome and break through a stressful life. You feel me, them? And on this podcast, we recite affirmations and we break down the affirmation about how it relates to our lives and how we can utilize the affirmation to direct and guide ourselves in life. You feel me? Because we want to guide and direct ourselves towards success. So we're going to utilize affirmations to do that. Affirmation is pretty much speaking things into existence. You saying something and you are claiming that it is true. You are affirming that it is true. You are speaking it into existence. You feel me? You are making it true to your life. So if you are an unorganized person, but you say, I am organized, you are speaking it into existence. And if you say it so many times, what's going to happen is you're either going to become more organized or you're going to be lying to yourself. You're going to realize that you're lying to yourself. So affirmations are about us speaking truth into our life. You feel me? It's not about lying to yourself and psyching yourself up so that you can tell yourself that you're something you're not. It is to create the something that you're not until it becomes what you are. You feel me? You are going to create the life you want. You feel me? This podcast is about us creating the life that we want, speaking the habits that it takes to create a successful life. You feel me? So we get into the habit of speaking what we want to be into our life, to ourselves. We will either actually become it or become liars. And we're not going to become liars, you feel me? Because we're going to actually be successful. Not liars. We're going to be successful. Say it right now. I am successful. I am organized. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am wise. I am an achiever. I am an extra miler. I am honest. I am compassionate. I am respectful. These are affirmations that we can speak on a daily basis. And it allows us to work on ourselves. A lot of us have work to do when it comes to being honest. A lot of us aren't truthful. A lot of us aren't respectful. A lot of us aren't organized. A lot of us aren't prepared. A lot of us aren't, things that we desire to be, or don't even know that we desire to be, or don't even know that we need these things in order to get the things that we desire. So that's what we are going to stress on these podcasts. The habits that we want to apply in order to be successful. The habits that we want to apply in order to be what we want to be. All right? And just to let you know, I love affirmation so much that I wrote an affirmation every day for about a year, and I put it inside of a book. And the book is called the M.O.U.T.H book, Messages of Uplift to Heal. M.O.U.T.H is an acronym. M.O.U.T.H is the acronym for Message of Uplift to Heal. M.O.U.T.H, Message of Uplift to Heal. So the name of the book is called the M.O.U.T.H book, Messages of Uplift to Heal. I'll put the link in the description so you can get it. It's available on my website, BluePoetTree.com, if you want to check it out right now and don't want to check out the description. But that is the inspiration to this podcast, to the Blue Poetry Podcast, is the M.O.U.T.H book. So I'm going to read an affirmation. That's not in the M.O.U.T.H book. It's a brand new one for y'all. And I'm going to break it down. Like I said, we're going to talk about how we can apply it to our lives, how I want to apply it to my life. All right? So let's get it. Before I read the affirmation and dissect it, I want to recite the affirmation pledge. Now, the affirmation pledge is a pledge that was created by M.O.U.T.H, the creator of and founder of the Last Poets. And it's not really called the affirmation pledge. That's just what I call it because I like affirmations, and I realize that a pledge is an affirmation. So that's why I call it the affirmation pledge. With that being said, let's get it. The affirmation pledge goes like this. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy, and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters grow. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery, cause I'll be strong and turn it around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true. Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it art, even when it was sad. I want to share whatever my gift, and when you're feeling low, I give you a lift. I want to live without fear and know that I'm blessed for being here. You know that you're blessed for being here. Just know that we're blessed for being here. Just know that we're blessed. All right, then. So that's the affirmation pledge by M.O.U.T.H, the creator and founder of the Last Poets. And now on to the affirmation of the day. You feel me? The mouth of the day, the message of uplift, the hail of the day, the mouth of the day is: I am full of faith, self-love, and positivity. I trust that doing what I enjoy will allow me to grow into the person I want to be. One more time. I am full of faith, self-love, and positivity. I trust that doing what I enjoy will allow me to grow into the person I want to be. So this affirmation is about having faith. I'm full of faith, self-love, and positivity. I trust that doing what I enjoy will allow me to grow into the person I want to be. How many of us are doing things, but we don't really know where we're headed? How many of us are doing things, but we don't enjoy what we're doing? We're doing it for another purpose. We're not doing it for the purpose of enjoying it. We're doing it for the purpose of the reward in it, the recognition that it comes with, or something more extrinsic. It's not an intrinsic thing. It's not something that makes us feel good on the inside. It's something that makes us feel like we're gaining more on the outside, more material maybe, more money maybe, more people looking at us. You know what I'm saying? More people celebrating us, more people congratulating us. That's what we're doing it for. We're not necessarily doing it for the sake of personal enjoyment. Ain't nothing wrong with doing stuff for extrinsic value. Because you want congratulations, because you want money, because you want a reward. That's great. I'm just asking, how many of us are doing it for things for that? And if it is going to bring us joy while doing it for extrinsic value, go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with doing things for extrinsic purposes, excuse me, but still intrinsically benefiting from it. Because as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. But this affirmation is about faith. Now, faith is to believe and trust. Faith is to believe and trust. So to have faith in someone, you believe in them and trust that what you believe about them is true or will come true. And for you to be faithful to someone, you cause them to believe in you, So to be faithful to someone, you cause them to believe in you. You cause them to trust you. You feel me? That what they believe about you is true. And you be faithful to someone, by doing everything to remain true to them. You feel me? So if you're in a relationship with someone, whether it is a intimate relationship or it's a employee employer type relationship, you feel me? To have faith in your employee or employer, you believe in them. You believe that they're going to provide you what you need to provide it as an employer, or that or employee. So like if you have an employee, you believe that they're going to provide you with the best work, with the best effort. That's why you hired them. Not necessarily that they're going to be the best that you could have hired, but they're going to do the best that they can. You feel me? So you're going to believe that. That is faith. That's having faith in your employee. To have faith in your employer is you believe that they're going to provide you with what an employer is supposed to provide you with. Whether it be resources, pay. And sometimes, you never know who you're hired by. And I don't know. I don't know. But the world is different. The world is mixy. So, you might have employers who are literally cheating employees out of money. I'm not saying that is true. I haven't been through that. At least I ain't noticed it, if anything. You feel me? So, if I did get cheated, I ain't know. But I'm just saying, that happens. So, as an employee, I trust my employer to pay me the amount I'm supposed to be paid with. I trust my I trust my employees to do the work that they are assigned to do, that they were hired to do. That is having faith in them. And as an employee, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that my employer trusts me, continues to believe in me. As an employer, I'm going to do everything I can so that my employee continues to believe in me, to trust that I'm going to provide them with what they need to provide it with. You feel me? So in a relationship, intimately, you believe in your partner, and you trust that they're going to continue to do the things that allow you to believe in them. You trust that they're going to continue to continue to keep this up, to continue to keep their faith in you, and you to continue to keep their faith in them. So that's what faith is. You feel me? So to be faithful to or with yourself, you believe in yourself, and you trust that what you believe is true, and you do everything you can to remain true to yourself. Same thing. So when you have, a belief, an idea, a goal, like if you want to become a teacher, you feel me? You do everything to remain true to that vision, and that takes self-love and positivity. That's why this affirmation, the second sentence is, I trust that doing what I enjoy will allow me to grow into the person I want to be, because to grow into the person you want to be, it takes some self-love and positivity. I'm full of faith, self-love, and positivity, In order to become what you want to be, it's going to take some self-love. You feel me? You got to believe in yourself. It's going to take some belief in self, along the way. You ain't going to just, become something you don't. I'm not saying you ain't, but it's hard for you to become something while not believing in yourself, while not believing that you're actually becoming it, So applying faith to yourself other than just relationship, because you have a relationship with yourself, how you communicate with yourself is very important. It dictates where you're going and what you're doing and how you're feeling. So if you want to be a teacher, you got to believe that you're going to be a teacher, and you got to do everything that it takes to make that vision come true. So it's going to take some self-love and some positivity to learn how to become a teacher, whether you are being schooled or you're just going by experience. You feel me? Because along the way, people may or may not push you, may not inspire you. You feel me? And if not, you're going to have to be positive towards yourself and inspire yourself. That's what faith is. It's like you don't really even need no one to inspire you, to push you when you have faith in yourself. Don't get it twisted. Having people to inspire you and push you is important. And that can allow you to increase the faith in yourself. That can affirm that you are faithful. That can allow your faith in yourself to be stronger. But ultimately, you don't really need it if you fully faithful in yourself, if you fully believe in yourself, if you fully trust that it's going to come true. Like if you fully trust that I'm going to be a teacher, ain't nobody going to tell me otherwise, and I'm doing everything I can to make that happen, you don't really need nobody to push you. But yes, people push you is good. But what I'm saying is, sometimes people ain't going to push you. Sometimes people is going to do it's going to pull you back and don't want you to succeed, whether it be intentionally or, just by mistake. But people ain't always going to push you. So you're going to have to push yourself sometime, and that's where faith in yourself comes to play. People may only warn you or offer their worries to you with all the watch out for this and make sure you don't do that. So tapping into that self-love will allow you to filter out people's wannabe advice. Because people might be thinking they giving you advice like, yo, watch out for this. You feel me? I heard about this, what goes on in that, and in that field, and people don't get paid enough, and da 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 da, or like don't get caught up in this, and like it's education system ain't right. Whatever it is, like people could, when you trying to be something, you feel me? People could hit you with all different types of watch out for this, watch out for that, and they thinking they giving advice. So it's not intentionally trying to pull you back. They're intentionally thinking they're inspiring you, but they don't have the passion to be what you want to be, so they don't know how to inspire you. A lot of times we are passionate about being something, and we're surrounded by people that's not passionate about being that something, so we can't even get advice from people sometimes that ain't passionate about what we're passionate about. You feel me? Because a lot of times advice is not really advice. They're really warnings. They really can slow you down if if you take it from the wrong person, the person that has nothing to do with what you are trying to do, So watch out for that. You feel me? Let me warn you right now. Let me warn you about that. You feel me? Let me give you an example. I'm warning you right now of the people who may be trying to give you advice, but can't relate to what you're trying to do. So their advice is really deflated. It's really a warning. It ain't advice. So watch out for warnings. Don't mistake warnings for advice. You feel me? Do not mistake warnings for advice, because if you enjoy something, then somebody else's advice about it who doesn't enjoy it is at least not as much as you do. You know what I mean? They might not enjoy it as much as you do. That needs to be filtered out. That needs to be, you need to decipher it and realize what you taking in. You feel me? And what not to take in. You feel me? In order for you to keep your faith, your belief, and your trust in yourself. You feel me? So if you're taking advice from people that ain't as passionate as you about what you're doing, understand how to filter it out. Understand how to decipher it. Understand how to break it down so you can take what you need and don't take what you don't need. You feel me? Because you don't want people who have nothing to do with what you're trying to do to be giving you advice about what you're trying to do. So if you enjoy teaching, we're just going to talk about teaching, because you could enjoy anything. It could be enjoy basketball. It could be enjoy reading. It could be enjoy poetry. It could be enjoying performing. It could be enjoying, science. Whatever it is, if you enjoy it, be passionate about it and surround yourself with passionate people. But we're going to talk about teaching. If you enjoy teaching the little things that may irk someone's nerves because they're not doing it for the reasons you're doing it for, they're doing it for reasons other than just joy. And if you enjoy it, then, someone's pet peeves might be your passion. Someone's nerve-wracking things might be what you're mostly excited about to do. You feel me? So that's what faith looks like. That's what having faith in yourself looks like. When what someone is bothered by, you're passionate about. You enjoy teaching, and another teacher is really not excited about doing lesson plans, but you're like, that's the best part of the, that's one of my favorite things to do. I just love putting together the plans, and then testing it out, then that's what faith looks like. And you want to surround yourself with those teachers who enjoy lesson planning, and not surround yourself with those teachers who I don't got time for the lesson plans. I don't even really do them. I just jot little notes down and I go by the, you feel me? And I just wing it. You feel me? But if you enjoy lesson plans, don't surround yourself with the winging person. You feel me? Because then you'll be winging it just like them. And that's not passion, Unless they're passionate about winging, you feel me? And they're just that great of a teacher where they can just wing lesson plans. I'm not saying, that can't be the case. But I'm just saying, if you're passionate about doing lesson plans, if you're passionate about any part of your field, surround yourself with people that's going to increase your passion, not decrease it, not slow you down. Because when you enjoy doing something that someone else is doing just for money, for recognition or reward, once again, their pet peeves are your passion, because they ain't doing it for what you're doing it for. You feel me? And that's what faith looks like. When you are full of faith and believe in yourself, be careful about surrounding yourself with those who are not as passionate as you. You become who you associate with the most. And if you want to grow into a passionate and faithful being in your field, surround yourself with passion and faith. You feel me? Because I'm full of faith. This is what I want to be, And I'm only reciting this affirmation and sharing this on this podcast to let you know this is how I want to decipher things. I'm not trying to preach to you and tell you what you should do and what you should not do. I'm struggling right now. I'm not struggling, but I am working at right now, surrounding myself with highly passionate people when it comes to doing things like podcasts, when it comes to doing things like social media marketing, when it comes to doing things like writing books, when it comes to doing things like creating products, when it comes to doing things like sales, because these are things that I'm getting into right now. When it comes to doing things like, investing in stock market and real estate, I want to surround myself with these type of people. When it comes to doing things like recording music, I want to surround myself with people who are passionate about it. Because there could be so much of those here and there people who come here and then they gone real quick. They over there real quick. You feel me? I want to surround myself with people who's highly passionate about it, highly persistent, at certain things, so that I can remain as passionate as I am, so I can stay on top of myself. You feel me? Because I'm full of faith. I believe in myself. I believe that I can be anything I want to be. I believe that I can do anything I want to do. And in order to continue to believe in myself, I have to surround myself with that type of energy. You feel me? Because the minute I begin to surround myself with sorrow, depression, and people who don't believe in themselves, you can't underestimate the power of influence. With that being said, if you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. Thank you for tuning into the Blue Poetry Podcast. I appreciate all the subscribers, the listeners. You feel me? I appreciate if you want to give a review, 5-star it, type your comment, let me know what you're feeling about it. If just one line hit you, if one line made you feel okay, I would appreciate if you let me know what that line was. I appreciate if you let me know what that idea was. If one thing I said, vibe with you, I appreciate if you reciprocate that energy and let me know what it was. You feel me then? So, thank you for tuning into the Blue Poetry Podcast. If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. That's your case, right? Let's go.